Typhoon Ampil has strengthened into a Category 4 typhoon, much stronger than it was forecasted, but somehow we actually mentioned previously that this could actually occur or happen, and it happened. Unfortunately, it's a Category 4 typhoon in such really high latitude, not really common to see. 33.9 degrees north, 140.8 degrees east, and of course approaching Japan. Already rain bands affecting the eastern coast of Japan and arriving the city of Tokyo as well, which is a really highly populated area, and the risk of the flash flooding effects and rainfall accumulations could be something significant for the people in those locations in the path or near the path of this particular typhoon. And unfortunately, it's a Category 4 typhoon with winds of 140 miles per hour sustained and 946 millibars on its center, moving to the north completely at 12 miles per hour. It's not moving yet to the north-northeast or to the northeast as has been previously expected. So this is not good news for the eastern coast of Japan, which of course the effects are going to be larger or more stronger than it's already expected. And since this is a Category 4 typhoon approaching Japan, it is a really dangerous situation for the people around there, around the path of this typhoon. So of course it's something that the people should be already ready for the arrival of this typhoon. And of course it's not expected yet that it's going to make landfall, but a possibility it's always there, of course. And since the storm hasn't been moving to the northeast yet, the possibilities increase as the oncoming hours occur, of course. And the Joint Typhoon Warning Center is expecting that this typhoon will move to the northeast soon, but unfortunately it hasn't been happening yet. And it's about 144 miles to the south-southeast of Tokyo and 148 miles to the south of Kamisu. Kamisu is a city in eastern Tokyo, more closer to the eastern side of Japan, where Ampil is already approaching. And of course those distances are still decreasing, which of course the typhoon conditions are going to be more present or are going to be felt in the oncoming hours, and it's going to be a really difficult day and night of today for Japan, since the storm is approaching and not really showing any signs of moving away yet, and expected to remain as a Category 4 typhoon at least in the next 12 hours still, and having a slightly period of weakening trend, not really weakening that fast despite the high latitude and despite the worsening atmospheric conditions in the path of Ampil in the near future. Of course, the transition of extratropical cyclone will occur after the next 36 to 48 hours approximately, and remaining quite strong as well. The wind shear levels, as you can see around Ampil, are absolutely low and not really affecting the typhoon. So this is why this system has strengthened really fast, and quite expected, of course, but still all the factors that contributed to Ampil to be that strong have been there. And unfortunately we are seeing something that is not really common, and of course in Japan, where there's a lot of people. The sea surface temperatures 29-30 Celsius approximately, and in the path of Ampil, in the future path of Ampil, the sea surface temperatures are still going to be quite favorable, at least to maintain Ampil with some strength, having the typhoon strength at least in the next 36 hours, and unfortunately not yet moving away from Japan. So this is a really difficult scenario for the island or for the country. The GFS model is saying that It's possibly now moving to the northeast, but of course we saw on the satellite imagery that it's not moving yet to the northeast, and the GFS model predicts that it's going to brush Japan, a really close call, a really close pass to the eastern coast of Japan, affecting of course large cities, and then weakening not really that fast and still having some organization, so extratropical transition will not be there until the next 3 days possibly. And the multimodal diagnostics is a little bit outdated, but still you can see the forecast by two models that actually predicted that it's going to be a category 4 typhoon and eventually has strengthened into a category 4 typhoon, and then gradual weakening expected in the next days, not really losing typhoon strength at least in the next 36 to 48 hours at least. And the wind shear levels quite low as we expected and we called in the previous updates, and that's why Ampil has strengthened into a category 4 typhoon. And the sea surface temperatures 29-30 expected to decrease substantially in the next hours, and the humidity still remaining quite moderate to high, which also contributed Ampil to intensify into a category 4 typhoon. So this is the current presentation, a closer look of Ampil. Absolutely looking great, the eye completely clear and visible on the imagery, and those floaters you can check them out on our website force13.com force13.com, excuse me. And of course we are going to keep you updated with more information with this typhoon and the tropical activity that is occurring around the world. But of course our main focus now it is Typhoon Ampil, since it's moving really close to Japan, and of course Tokyo, it's at a very high risk right now. That's the update for today.
Become an ultimate fan today.